and the costs for the program. About 80% of their personnel are certified as EMTs.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5 News.
It's a dreary Thursday afternoon outside as we look live over the harbor. You can see those clouds off in the distance. All is calm though as we look into the water. Not much going on here, at least closer to the downtown area, also into Mount Pleasant, but inland we're definitely tracking some shower activity. Down to 74 degrees. This is a rain-cooled spot because of the rain that pushed through earlier on this afternoon. Today's high temperature was still warm. Believe it or not, actually a degree above average once again at 87 degrees. We should be right around 86 for this time of the year. Now let's talk about the rain. Like I mentioned, most of this is inland. Right along the coastline, you're looking pretty dry, at least in most parts of Charleston County here. Inland though, Berkeley, Dorchester, even west of 95, that's where we're still tracking those heavier, at least moderate showers. Zooming on in on Live Super Doppler Max, you can almost see down to the street level here into Somerville, tracking a few downpours, even into the Knightsville area. Moving on over closer to Jamestown, you can see some rain as well. Even further inland, Holly Hill, Utahville, seeing some decent rainfall, even closer to the Orangeburg area. So we're still tracking that rain. It should start to thin out just a bit, at least into the late evening hours. This is right around 10 o'clock this evening. You can see one or two showers left behind, but nothing too heavy expected overnight. Those clouds will stick around, though. Could also see a little bit of fog development into early tomorrow morning. Current temperatures, how's it feeling outside? Like I said, most of us rain cooled in the 70s, some spots right along the coastline, still in the lower 80s. Either way, it's warm and muggy, so even though those temperatures, they're not looking too warm on the map, it just feels muggy because you can feel that moisture in the air. Temperatures for the next few hours, we will remain in the 70s for most of the region. Low temperatures staying in the 70-degree range, as you can see. Most of us in the low 70s. That patchy fog once again a possibility into early tomorrow morning. Temperatures for Friday, finally the end of our work week, similar to what you felt this afternoon. Don't expect to see too much sunshine once again. We're really situated in a spot with two different weather makers on either side of us. That's an area of almost tropical low pressure just offshore into the Atlantic, and of course remnants of Nicholas still churning down to our southwest actually. So this is going to give us a stream of off and on moisture for the next few days. So keep the rain gear close by. It is not going to be a washout even as we go into the weekend, but we're going to have that rain chance. And speaking of rain, I mentioned the remnants of Nicholas. Look at spots in the deep south. They're still tracking rainfall even days after the system actually moved onshore. So thankfully we're not expecting that heavy rain. However, you can see we're just close to that area where we're tracking some of those rainfall totals. But like I said, not a washout, so good news there. Keeping an eye on the tropics, like I mentioned earlier, that area of low pressure trying its best to develop offshore. That's not going to be an issue. It is going to remain offshore, thankfully, moving away from the U.S. into the next few days. Also an area of possible development really in the central tropical Atlantic. Has a high chance of development over the next few days. We'll keep an eye on this. As of right now, no issues in terms of the tropics, so some good news there. Just dealing with our own dreary weather out there this afternoon and evening. Slight chance of those showers tomorrow, also into the weekend. Like I said, not a washout, but that rain chance will stick around. Let's talk about traffic right now. We have some slow drive times out there, mostly because of the rainfall. You can see here 526